Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a look at the garage trailer for the Highlands fishing expansion. If you don't know what it is, it's basically just a video that kind of shows off a lot of the equipment. We've seen a lot of the equipment before, but we haven't seen it like in action kind of doing stuff. So that's kind of one of the cool things about this, which I like. So we'll go ahead and watch it here in a second. I'll let it play for you guys if you guys want to watch it, and then we'll kind of break down a couple of things in it. I apologize, this video is coming out a little late. This has been out for a little bit now, I think for about 6 hours by the time you guys will be seeing this. Giants didn't give any heads up to us. Basically, they just kind of they sent it to us early, technically speaking, but they sent it to me at 1:30 in the morning, and then at 5 a.m. was when it was allowed to be released. So I was sleeping through both times. But anyhow, yes. So yeah, we got a lot of cool. This is like kind of like just kind of a screenshot of some of the equipment they're going to show off in here. We got the boats in the background, which I love how they did that. But yeah, so this is kind of all that we're going to see inside the trailer, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that here. So I'm going to let it play for you guys here in a second, and then we're going to go ahead and break it down. If you haven't pre-ordered, you can pre-order this pack down below, or you can use code FarmerCop at checkout on the Giants website. You can either buy the Year 1 expansion, you can buy the Seasons Pass, which includes, sorry, that was my phone going off, which includes the Year 1 expansion in it, or you can purchase the Highlands edition of the game, which all of that, again, is linked down below in the description. So yeah, let's go ahead and I'll let you guys watch the trailer, and then we'll get into it.
Rated E for everyone.
All right, so that was the trailer there. Here's the trailer. I pulled it back up again. We're just going to kind of watch parts of it together. I haven't muted on my end, but you guys should be able to hear some of the sound on your end. Take a good look at some of the stuff here. Little intro there. They do this usually at the beginning of every trailer. Okay. I want to make sure I can pause it there. Okay, perfect. And then, yeah, so we have first piece of equipment here that they're taking a look at. We have the Fast Track 8000 Icon Series. You got some of the information about it here. 306 to 348 horsepower, up to 70 liters of, or 600 liters of fuel there. Yeah, looks pretty good. You JCB fans will be happy. Got a nice planter there. That's the one of the new planters there, the Vaderstad Proceed V24. 300 horsepower required to run that. Holds 2,200 liters. Runs at 17 kilometers per hour. 6-meter working width. Pretty cool little piece of equipment there. And again, if you want to take a look at any of these in more detail, you can just pause my video right there. But it's cool to get just to see some of these kind of vehicles in action. This is the old school JCB. This is the Fast Track 2000 4WS series, 130 to 150 horsepower. Go look at the baler out there. Love that. And here's a look at the baler here, kind of in the store, basically. 125 horsepower required for this guy, 17 kilometers working with. Only does 125 centimeter bales, but will wrap them as well if you're doing grass bales to make silage. This guy, big piece of equipment here. We got to take a look at this with fact sheets. Well, most of these we've seen on the fact sheets, so not all of this stuff is really that new or anything like that. But it's always, again, cool to see them actually working out there. and doing things in a field. So I like that. 460 horsepower. This guy has 30 kilometers driving speed, working speed at 10 kilometers per hour, about 6 miles per hour. Well, it's 9,600 liters, which I wish that was a little bit bigger, so that capacity is going to be pretty limited with onions. You're going to fill that up pretty quick, I think. Yeah, so we get a look at the Deutz-Fahr here, the 6230 TTV, 216 to 230 horsepower depending on your configuration, holds 420 liters of fuel, runs at 60 kilometers per hour, which is pretty good. But yeah, pretty good looking piece of tractor right there. Beautiful inside to it too. I mean, if you didn't catch that, hold on. Ooh, gosh darn it, it was right there. Go back just a touch. All the good detail inside. I mean, just like we're kind of come to expect with equipment inside of Farming Simulator, we get a lot of good information and a lot of good details on it. So look at that guy right there. That's the Hilarious UMR 300 FC. I like that name. FC for Farmer Cop. Like it. I know that's how it actually means, but makes me happy. I dig it. 125 horsepower required to run this. Runs at 10 kilometers per hour, 2.8 meter working width. This is the guy that kind of tops the onions right here, which is pretty nice. So there you go. We got the old manure spreader out there working. We got to take a really good look. This is a really good visual of an onion field right there. Really satisfying to watch that happen. We get a really good look inside the boat, and that radar screen was running. Like, let's take a look back at that. Hold on here. You see how that's running right there? Watch that one very closely. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. If that's actually like running, even if it's not going to mean anything, but you have that visual there, that's pretty coll. There's a Lizard cargo vessel. You look at the four-wheeler out there doing some stuff with the, that's one of the Can-Ams that's doing some stuff out there in the woods. We got the Hilarious UR205 here, 90 horsepower required to run it, 2.8 meter working width. This is what pulls the onions up out of the ground. 10 kilometers per hour working speed. Got a lot of good equipment, I think, actually coming to this pack. We got the dam in here. This is the DT 2800 HSF. 285 horsepower, holds 250 liters of fuel, runs at 50 kilometers per hour, will work at 25 kilometers per hour, which is pretty quick, and does between 24 and 36 meters in working width, and will hold 5,000 liters of either herbicide or liquid fertilizer. Got the beautiful Bunning manure spreader here. This is the Lowlander wide body 250 HBD, 300 horsepower required to pull that guy, 27,000 liters capacity for manure in the back, and it will it'll work at 16 kilometers per hour and has a working width of 24 meters. So pretty good manure spreader, actually. New Holland fans out there, of course. Got your blue power here. T8000 series by New Holland. 281 to 359 horsepower. Beautiful tractor there. A lot of you guys will really like that one. And we get a look at the Can-Am, which the Can-Am looks really nice. I think they did a really good job on that, actually. Yeah, it looks like they've done just a fantastic job getting those worked into the game. 50 to 80 horsepower, depending on your configurations. Will drive up to 60 kilometers per hour, holds 20 liters of fuel. So nice. And then here we have a nice look at the sport boat out there running. It's pretty cool to see some of that actually out there working, which is nice. I like that. See that out there running. You can see some of the stuff on it's working and everything like that, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, that is the whole dealio. That's the whole trailer there. I'll just pause it right there for us. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I just wanted to show that off to you guys and kind of talk about some of the cool things in it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys did, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos we may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.